victim mentality. I've seen you
Yes.
talk about this.
Yes.
Now, give us some background on it, because some English people won't know what you mean.
It's just the oppression Olympics. Everybody wants to say, I deserve more because I'm more oppressed than you. I might say that I'm more oppressed than you because I'm black, right? And you're white. So instantly I'm more oppressed and I deserve more and my voice should be louder. And then we say, okay, well, you're a male and I'm a woman. So instantly I deserve even more because I'm a woman and you're a male, and women are more oppressed, which is totally a lie. And I should have my voice heard louder. And then you keep going, gay, straight, and they've created all of these little pockets, and you have to figure out who is the most oppressed person. I guess it would be a disabled black female gay person would probably be the most. If you want to win the oppression Olympics, that's it. And everyone should fawn over you, and everything you say should count and should matter. And it's absolute crap. The victim mentality is what's stopping most people from getting from point A to point B.
So how about we respect enough to lead, be an example of what we're trying to do, and give each other some grace? Can we do that, ladies? Right on.
I get what Aisha is saying, and I get what Ty is saying, but I think that if we keep pushing for, like, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result is insanity. At this point, we have to, because the way that media changes, like, why not continue to do what our ancestors did, especially since now we have more minorities here that could help us, that we can guide, that we can help. If we don't help ourselves, nobody's going to help us. And that's how I really feel. At this point, we're our own demise by people selling out. It's a lot of people that's college educated, but still decide to go sell to these record labels and be a certain example. When you look at our media, like the media that's being pushed, because most kids don't watch TV, they watch YouTube. So the most popular thing amongst kids right now is Zeus, and now there's TV. And if you look at that content is really bad. And it's like, when it comes down to white people, they're not going to allow that type of content to constantly be published. They're going to go to their lawmakers. They're going to do what they're supposed to do. They're going to come together and be like, hey, I don't want this. And they're going to keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing until it's taken down. But you don't see the violence against themselves as much as you see the black violence in the neighborhood. I do understand what got us here. I do understand conditioning. I understand all of that. But when a lot of people above us are being bought out, that's what's continuing to hurt our communities. We all have to come together and say, these shoes not going to be important no more. These certain clothes is not going to be important no more. This is not going to determine my value and who I am. And then we also have to stop putting prideful, like the men that's being praised, especially that's like pushed to the younger generation. We have to change that. We have to change who our leaders are and who's influencing our kids the most, because like I said on the previous podcast, it's not the people we want to influence our kids. My daughter know about Jasmine Crockett, but most of the kids in her school know about Natalie Nunn before they know about Jasmine Crockett and women with actual quality education. And like I said, I'm kind of still in the hood, you know what I'm saying? So I see what's keeping us down and the conditioning that was brought upon us, but we can't expect people who put us here to help us get out.
Look, before I get up out of here, Joe, I want to go ahead and just kind of touch on why I do disagree with Viz on some points on that. Y'all got to remember, look, in order to get ahead, you need equity. You need some type of financial backing, right? You know what I'm saying? We were purposely held out of that said financial backing. So we are starting off behind the 8 ball as a whole, right? So we have to claw tooth and nail a bit harder than anybody else. Now, I'm not saying that's why we can say they have leagues ahead of us. Right now, we talked about it in King Talk maybe last Tuesday, right? I put up a graphic of this lady, older white lady, lost over 800 properties in Chicago alone, right? Because she had to file bankruptcy. How do you think she got those 800 properties? It wasn't from hard work and perseverance. She didn't pull herself up by her bootstraps. It was given to her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like none of us can honestly say any of that was given to us. So that's why it's a very different ball game. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody that's going to say, hold on. Look,
those properties can we go buy them?
We can now, but here's the thing, Viz.
What's the problem here, bro?
Hold on, Viz.
Go ahead. My bad.
Who has that capital already? You know what I'm saying? You didn't have the capital from the inheritance. You didn't have the capital from the land that your people had, you know what I'm saying, and gave down to you. You dig what I'm saying? So it's not an even playing field. I can't turn around and take an inheritance and go buy those 800 properties or buy 7 of them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a different ball game. We were put behind the 8 ball. So I do got to ride. I wanted to kind of throw that out there, but go ahead, y'all.
How many on this panel, how many of us know a real estate agent or somebody that owns real estate property? Everybody. So again, if I understand what you're saying, I get it, I agree, but that's the past, bro. Right now, what can we do right now? If we all know somebody that owns at least one property, and I know a couple people that own a few properties. Mm-hmm. So what's the excuse at that point? If we just saw the list, you shared the list, mm-hmm. You said it's 800 properties on there.
I'm saying the capital to buy them though, bro. The money to actually buy them.
If we just acknowledge that we all know somebody that owns properties, the capital is there. You shared the entire conversation kicked off with you showing us how much money the Black community spends. So just imagine if we invested those trillions of dollars into real estate. But guess what? Instead, we want to talk about what happened in the past. Fuck what happened in the past. We're right now in the present. All that we could do is move forward.
But bro, we talked about real quick before I get up out of here. Bro, we talked about also how we know 90% of the Black income goes to living expenses. We don't. Most of us. Hold on, wait.
Excuses, bro.
It's not an excuse. It's actually a fact, bro. You know good and well. If you pay your car insurance, who does that go to? Does that go to a Black-owned business? No. If you pay your car note, does that go to a Black-owned business? No. When you pay your mortgage, does that go to a Black-owned business? No. So after that, you have maybe 30-40% of your check left. Are you gonna go to a Black-owned grocery store? How many of those are there? A gas station. How many Black-owned gas stations are there? Come on, bro. It's not by choice that our money is spent elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's really just the financial strain that we're in.
Can we agree that we have to? The only way to accumulate wealth is by taking steps, correct? You got to take baby steps to it, right? So if we all know as grown adults, we all know real estate agents, people that own properties, owning land is one of the most beneficial things that you can own. So we don't have insurance companies. There are some out there. There are some out there.
It's insurance agencies. I'm saying companies, like the name of the company.
There has to be some insurance companies out there, bro. The same way that there are banks out there as well. But just how we discussed, niggas don't support them. We just talked about how Roseland. I'm gonna land it right here. We just talked about how all of these communities in Chicago were Black communities with all Black businesses throughout it. And what do they look like now, bro? They're ghost towns. Why is that? That's because of us, bro.